Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. So I am Dr. Tamonash Boshu, attached with Trinetralaya Eye Foundation and BBI Foundation. Uh, this is a very basic video for patient awareness. We all know that 14th October is a World Sight Day, celebrated everywhere. So what is like the importance of sight? We all know that through the eyes only we can see everything, and the eyes are the windows to the soul, as we say. So it's a global initiative, the World Sight Day, to draw attention on blindness and vision impairment. There are many eye diseases there, and globally 2.2 billion people are there who have an unaddressed blindness. Uh, Among these, 1 billion people have vision impairment, which could have been avoided and yet to be addressed. And as per recent survey, approximately 2% of India's population is blind, which is a huge number actually, given the population we have. And there are many reasons. I'll come one by one, but mostly I'll focus only on the glaucoma portion. Okay. So this is a basic physiological thing, how we see. Actually, we see this is the image, and through the eye it is an inverted image which got inverted again in the brain, and we see the final image as erect one. So this is the basic physiology, and this is the basic anatomy of the eyeball. This front portion is known as cornea, and this is the anterior chamber. This is the lens, and this posterior chamber have vitreous, and these are the retina. These are the common portions of the eye which may get affected in different diseases. This is the optic nerve. And in glaucoma, which is, we say, a silent thief of vision, people are in most cases they are unaware of like what is happening, and when they come to us they have a very advanced disease. So what happens is the eye, there is some fluid in this part of the eye which is known as aqueous humor, and when it is not get drained from the eyes like in natural way, the eye pressure builds up, which manifests as a damage over the optic nerve. This is known as glaucoma. It is a progressive disorder, and this can be of two types actually. This aqueous humor can go out from this part of the eye. It can be closed by this curtain like thing called iris, or if there is a damage in the drainage pathway only, that is known as an open angle glaucoma, and if it is closed by this iris, this is known as a angle closure glaucoma. There are mainly two types of glaucoma there. And other thing is secondary glaucoma, which can happen through various causes like trauma, steroid use, many other causes. That is known as steroid glaucoma, secondary glaucoma. So basically three types of glaucoma are there: primary angle closure glaucoma, primary open angle glaucoma, and secondary glaucoma. And this optic nerve gets damaged in the glaucoma. And for what happens is the peripheral part of the vision that gets damaged. So I'll be coming to the glaucoma later. Before that, some common eye problems, just like refractive errors, dry eye, digital eye strain, which is more common in this period, in this COVID era, because our the screen time has obviously increased a lot. So this digital strain has increased a lot. Some allergic conjunctivitis is there. Color blindness and night blindness are acquired from genetic issues which can happen. So those things are there. They are common eye-related problems. And in case of kids also, there are many eye-related problems are there. That's like lazy eye, strabismus, and ptosis, all those things. I'll quickly skip all those things. The main common eye problem the children or the older people face is cataract, then glaucoma, then ARMD or age-related degeneration, and diabetic retinopathy. These things are main. So you can see glaucoma is like pretty much evident in our population. People have glaucoma, and yet many people don't understand they have glaucoma. So we'll go to the symptoms and all what can happen in glaucoma. So before that, I will talk something about cataracts also. Cataract motiabind happens in older age group. It can happen in younger population also. It is the most common cause of treatable blindness. A cataract is like there is a lens which I have shown in the this part, and this is known as cataract lens. And whenever there is opacification of this lens part, that is known as a cataract. It is totally reversible. Whenever we do a cataract surgery, normal cataract surgery, it's a day care procedure. This fogged up vision or the cloudy vision, that gets cleared. There like many people just try to delay the procedure of cataract surgery, fearing this cataract surgery is there. They fear the surgery term. So like for that, they come with an advanced cataract, then some complications happen. But in like early stages, if we get that cataract surgery done, mostly this a very safe surgery. So cataracts are there, and this cataract surgery, what we do is we take out this opacified lens and we put a crystalline, instead of that crystalline, we put a artificial lens here, and the vision gets cleared up. It's a reversible cause of blindness. But I will focus mostly in the glaucoma part. So what are the risk factors? Obviously, the age is a risk factor, or any person above the age of 40 years should get a eye checkup, including the optic nerve head checkups, to understand about the glaucoma, whether there is any glaucoma sort of symptoms in there. Because I told you before also, it's a silent thief of sight, because many people don't understand like they have glaucoma, because this is the normal vision, and in the early glaucoma, only the peripheral part of vision gets blurred. So as we have two eyes, so we don't understand that our peripheral vision is getting blurred up till very advanced stage. In advanced stage, we see that we are seeing through a very small tunnel sort of thing. So then only we come to seek for consultation, and that is already very late, because this glaucoma has damage what happens in the optic nerve, that is irreversible. It cannot be reversed, but it can be halted with proper treatment. So earlier we catch it, earlier it is better to get the hold of the diseases. And there are many reasons, as I told you before, that one is the age. Above 60, there is a high chance of glaucoma. If the person have any family relative who have glaucoma, then the chances increase manyfold for that person to have glaucoma. Some other eye diseases which can be related to glaucoma, there is no direct relationship, like diabetes or heart diseases, but there can be some sort of secondary glaucoma which is associated with these diseases. So if someone has the diabetes or heart diseases or hypertension, they should get their eyes checked. And I told you before also, glaucoma doesn't have any symptoms as such, only this blurred vision in the periphery. Other than that, few symptoms are there, which is like frequent change in glass powers. There is a brow ache sort of thing, dull pain, and those things are a bit symptoms of glaucoma. So if you are having those symptoms, then you should get a consult done. And one type of glaucoma is there, that is acute angle closure glaucoma, which has a symptoms, which has pain. The patient comes with pain in eyes. What happens in that case is this, I told you that there is the normal drainage channel. This gets closed by this iris thing. So because of that sudden closure of the outflow pathway, the eye pressure spikes up very high. And because of that, patient complains of severe pain in the eyes. So that sort of, only that acute angle closure glaucoma has the symptoms of pain, then colored halos along the light, and blurred vision. All those symptoms are there. But other than that, other glaucomas doesn't have any symptoms till the very advanced stage. So it's better to take the regular consultations. And one more thing is people use corticosteroids or steroids drop randomly for allergic eye conditions in peripheral parts. So that can also lead to glaucoma. So all these things are the risk factors of glaucoma. So if you after 40, we should get a eye checkup, regular eye checkup for this glaucoma. The glaucoma diagnosis is like what we do is we check the eye pressure through this sort of machine. We touch this tip to the eye. It's painless procedure. It's very simple. And with that only we get the eye pressure, and it should be less than 20. But above that, we are a bit cautious, and we see the patients regularly. And we may start some drops, which will bring down the pressure and thus halt the glaucoma progression. We have to see the drainage channel through which that aqueous humor is flowing out. We have to inspect that, and if it is closed, we can do a small laser surgery known as peripheral iridotomy, and that only will resolve that angle closure thing. And one more thing we generally do with 90D, we see the optic nerve that I told, that how much damage has been already been done, that we examine. That can also be done with this perimetry test. So we ask for this perimetry test. This has to be done regular interval in patients who have glaucoma, because this is the only test which gives the idea that whether the glaucoma is progressing or not. And I told you repeatedly that for glaucoma there is no treatment available, like for reversion of the disease process. Whatever damage has been done, that is irreversible, but the treatment is there to halt the progression of the disease. We can stop it right there. So for that only, the initial, for the diagnosis or in the early stage of the disease is very much necessary. And for that only, we ask the patients to come for regular checkup. So this is this message is to everyone in this Alt Sight Day, that you should get a regular eye checkup done yearly at least, for after the age of 40. So with that regular eye checkup only, we can diagnose the glaucoma, and we can find out the disease in the early stage, and we can treat the disease. There are 2-3 modalities of treatment available for glaucoma. The eye drops being the most common. We use different sort of anti-glaucoma medications which bring down the eye pressure and thus stop the further deterioration in the optic nerve status. And I told you about the laser therapy, laser trabeculoplasty, and that peripheral iridotomy can be done to open up the channels. And other than that, some surgeries are there. Filtering procedure is there, where we create an alternate channel in our eyes for the drainage of that aqueous. That can be done through a normal filtration procedure called trabeculectomy, or through a drainage tube. We can place a tube inside your eyes. So through that only it can drain out the aqueous from inside of the eye. So these surgeries are there. And other eye diseases are there which can lead to blindness. There are ARMDs, age-related macular degenerations are there, for which it is exactly opposite to the glaucoma, where I said that peripheral eye vision is blurred, but in this case the central part where through which we see, that gets blurred actually. So this is also treatable. This can also be stopped. And people with diabetes have bleeding inside their eyes because of the diabetic retinopathy. So whoever has diabetes, they should get their eye checkup done at least 6 monthly, so twice a yearly. And not only the eye checkup or power checkup, that has to be a comprehensive eye checkup with the fundus evaluation, the retina evaluation, with dilated after the dilation of the pupils. So this is there. And I would like to talk something about the digital eye strain. In this COVID era, this digital eye strain has increased many-fold, actually, because the screen time has increased. And what happens with the increased screen time is our blink rate comes down. So the frequent blinking that happens, it has a normal frequency that comes down. For that reason only, the evaporation happens, and we have the dryness, eye strain, and all those things. So we ask them to follow the patients to follow a very simple method, the 20-20-20 method. So what we should do is every 20 minutes, we should at least for 20 seconds look 20 feet away or close the eyes. That will bring back the normal blinking rhythm. Always lower the brightness of the screen, keep a safe distance, And whenever you have this sort of symptoms of eye strain, like the irritation or watering from your eyes, you can consult a doctor. They will most probably prescribe you some lubricating eye drop. You can wash your eyes and minimize the screen time at the night. So these things are there. And this thing I have told you repeatedly, regular eye checkup is a must. And for children also, they should undergo a comprehensive eye checkup at the age of 3 to 5 years. And after 40, it is very much necessary to at least yearly or twice a yearly to do a eye checkup. Thank you. Thank you so much.